Tom, how about at U.S. Army Enterprise Cloud Management Agency? Give us an example. I know you have a lot of stuff going on over there. Give us a highlight of something that you'd like to double tap on.
Yeah, absolutely. I like what Commander White did and talked a little bit about programs that have been ongoing for a while. I want to cover actually two important programs to the Army that are emerging that cloud is enabling, something that we probably wouldn't have been able to do 5 years ago, as you just mentioned, Luke. And that's our Enterprise Business System Convergence, EBSC, and then our Next Generation Command and Control, which is NGC2. Both of those programs are emerging programs. We're building them right now. They're very important to the Department of the Army. They are centerpieces of our business environment and our tactical environment. And without cloud, with cloud-enabled technologies and all the vendors out there that are helping us, we wouldn't be able to get there, right? And so you're taking five very large enterprise resource and planning environments and you're sticking it into one operational core, something that has never really been done before. I know in my time in the Department of the Navy, they have the world's largest ERP. So now if you take five and you put it all together, it becomes very massive, right? And so there's a critical data management challenge there, right? Just a tremendous amount of data. And so we're facing some scaling issues locally or even in the individual clouds that are running our individual ERPs today that are going to get, many times more challenging whenever we start scaling to the size of what the Department of the Army is and the transactions we're talking about. And as we pivot from more of kind of Department of Army centric services into the broader Department of War, and then out into the broader federal government where we're doing transactions directly with the Treasury, we're doing disbursements directly from the Treasury rather than going through DFAS. These are going to be critically important, right? And I wanted to highlight NGC2 because it's a completely different problem, right? It is compute at the edge. It is supporting the warfighter at the pointiest point of the spear, right? And so that's a whole nother set of challenges. We talked about kind of the network and kind of making the network transparent, right? When you're out in the field and you're very far forward, like the Army is in many cases, Navy, Air Force, Coast Guard. I equate the Army as an expeditionary workforce to more like oil and gas, right? Where you don't have ubiquitous connectivity, right? And
Mm-hmm.
so things are starting to come online now that are completely changing the calculus and the dynamic for how we get access to the network and how we do processing, right? A lot more processing down on the edge, a lot more localized sensor to shooter sort of management from our perspective, right? And then that generates a whole nother set of challenges of how do you really command and control a fleet of drones, for example, that are forward deployed, right? How do you get that data back to know that that telemetry that you're getting is authentic, is valid, is secure, has high integrity and insurance and a variety of other things. So there's challenges kind of replete throughout the Army, obviously in the Navy, Air Force, and other folks as well. But in this case, we have two really major systems that are being able to accelerate, right? And move forward in an environment that, quite honestly, the Army's probably never seen ever in its history, right? In 250 plus years now. And so it's super exciting for the Army. It's super exciting for ECMA to be able to support that. I refer to ECMA as our kind of a combat support agency to the Army because we are providing that core technology to enable all of this. And so that's kind of the model that we want to fit into. We want to continue to help the Army accelerate and move into areas that we've never been before.